Davina Bussy, or better known as Davina, one of the most amazing songsters that you may or may have not heard about. She is very beloved by her fans, and she has many of them. She came out with two of the greatest songs that you ever want to hear. Detroit, Michigan born and raised, Davina actually ran her own dance music record label as well as worked as a recording engineer before signing with Loud Records. Her first single, So Good, came out in 1997, which was the theme song for the film Hoodlum, featuring Larry Fishburne. She also had remixes with Raekwon and Exhibit. Listen, So Good was a classic, man. Still is a classic. Ask anybody who know about Davina. One of the greatest songs you want to ever hear. She also came out with another single called Come Over to My Place. I don't know which one is better between the two. Another classic, amazing song. Her album actually went to number 180 on the US Billboard Top 200s, as well as 34 on the US Top R&B and Hip Hop albums. Her style was a very smooth blend of neo soul as well as R&B, as well as many other elements such as jazz. She came out around the same time as Erykah Badu, so that was when neo soul was really being introduced and everybody was gravitating towards it. Unfortunately, after her first album, Davina did disappear from the mainstream scene, and that could have been for a couple of reasons. First of all, she was signed to Loud RCA, and Loud RCA was much more of a hip-hop label than an R&B label, if that makes sense. Some of the acts that included on Loud were Wu-Tang, Big Pun, Mobb Deep, Project Pat, M.O.P., Little Flip. You see what I'm saying? So no disrespect to Loud, we love Loud, but I'm not sure if Loud put the amount of energy behind her. Not saying that they didn't, but I just believe her music was too amazing to not receive the full recognition that she truly deserved. I mean, Feel So Good and Come Over to My Place, I believe those songs could have held their own with any of the top R&B songs of that era.
Artists be who they be. He had this girl that was ahead of her time. What was the girl named, the R&B chick?
Davina.
Davina. That girl was incredible. Jill Scott was doing like that type of music 10 years later, and we was like, oh my God, this is brand new.
And Loud actually disappeared themselves, even though they were later resurrected. I believe maybe that has something to do with it. I can't give you an exact reason, unfortunately, why Davina didn't stick around. You know what? Later on, go on to release independent music on her own label, and according to her Instagram, she's actually released music as recently as May. She also has her own YouTube channel where you can find all of this music at. So yeah, so please go check out Davina, man. Let's keep supporting our loved ones. Real talk. Davina is also an organic gardener as well as an environmental activist, and here is some food for thought. Davina is also a preparedness advocate. Now, I ain't gonna sit here and flex and act like I knew what a preparedness advocate was before I researched this information, but now that I do know, let me put you on. A preparedness advocate is somebody who prepares for natural disasters or things like pandemics. Now, being that this article, if you want to look it up, I'll leave a link to it in the description. This article was actually released in 2014, which means if Davina is a preparedness advocate, she was probably prepared for the pandemic. How crazy is that? Her music was ahead of its time. She's also ahead of her time too. Look, we love you, Davina, always. We will always support you, sister. We love your music. We love your beautiful soul. And yo, please keep rocking with me, y'all. Please keep hitting that like and subscribe button. This is Kev from Life is Lyrical. I hope y'all are still living in love. Peace, alright? Stay blessed. Gone.